Yoshi. That's Yoshi, everybody. You just wanted to start out the video with me. Hello, lovely people of the internet. As you can probably tell, I am not filming this video on my phone, which I think is something we can all be excited about. However, lighting is still not ideal, but I am working on it. I promise you, things are just gonna whoosh up when it comes to production levels on my channel. And the lighting may get worse because I think my cat's about to unplug one of the lights, but that's okay. We'll power through. Because I've tried to record this video a couple times, had some like grasshopper situation. I don't know what kind of bug it was the first time, so. Alright, so today's video is a little bit of a mini haul, if you will. I went to a large used bookstore near me over the weekend and basically was just in search of anything I could find in terms of books in Japanese, books about the Japanese language, even just books about Japan. I kind of want to learn a little bit more about the history of Japan, but really I just kind of wanted to see what was there because it is a large bookstore that accumulates things, I think, from really all over the city since it's fairly popular. So I just kind of was open to what the universe was going to bring me that day. So I found one of the categories being books in Japanese, and I'll show those here in a minute. I didn't really find a lot of Japanese learning books to help with my learning. There was a copy of Genki the Answer Guide, but not the questions of the workbook to go with it. So I decided ultimately against getting that. I definitely would have got a print copy of Genki had it been there. But I was still pretty excited about what I found. So we're going to go through them now. So first off, we've got this children's book. And it's Peter Rabbit, if you can't tell from the image, which is a children's series, I think, well known in many different places in the world. And one reason I was really excited to see children's books was because children's books are often in hiragana, either entirely in hiragana, or I believe there's probably kanji in some of them. I'm not going to claim to know, when the level of advancement is where they start including kanji or how that works with children's books, what ages. I just know that some do happen to be all in hiragana, and that's really cool because that's a good way for me to practice. So that's really going to be my goal with this one, is to just kind of go through these pages, which are indeed in hiragana, which is really nice for me, and try to translate them, and then have someone fact check me that knows Japanese on an actual advanced level who can actually translate, have them check my work so that I can see where I'm struggling and what I'm starting to master and not get yet when it comes to hiragana specifically, because that's still the focus of a lot of my studies. So I'll be sure to update you guys on that. I might do another video, about the translation experience of this book when it does get to that. So you can stay tuned for that. I am a little worried that this book is going to be kind of sad. It's got like all these pictures of like this hunter dude with a gun chasing the rabbit. And so I went to the end and I'm like, all right, I need to make sure this ends happily. But I couldn't really tell based on this last page of presumably Peter Rabbit or another character in the Peter Rabbit cinematic universe running away, whether this book does in fact end happily. So I guess we'll just have to find out by translating. But that should be exciting. And there is, it looks like, some actual kanji on the last page here. And I'm assuming that's a mentions of other books in the order that they come in. And that could be why it's written that way. Maybe that's for adults to read. I do not know. So the other book in Japanese that I got is one that I definitely will not be able to read anytime soon. But I thought it looked really cool. It was this garden-related book. The English there is Shade Garden. And it's, from my understanding of what I can pick up, it's really just like talking about different types of plants, and also I think probably some specific parks based on some of the imagery in here. And we've got, you know, like a step-by-step thing about gardening. There's really just like a lot of different type of information, and I thought the pictures were really nice looking. They've even got a few pages. We'll see if I come up with one that could almost honestly be posters, like this one. Some just really nice Japanese garden photos. And, you know, that's why I ultimately decided to pick this one up. I don't know, you know, I have no plans to try to translate it anytime soon, but I do think it will be cool to have when I get to that point, and there's still a lot to be enjoyed here just from the photos and the descriptions that go with them. You know, even being able to learn maybe the basics of some of these flower names, even if I can't necessarily read the paragraph that goes along with them. I think that'll be cool. I also thought it was kind of cool. I'm assuming this comes from a Japanese library, or this was originally from, or a Japanese bookstore. This was still in the book, so I thought that was fun. Then the last book I got was not in Japanese, but it is about Japan, and it is called The Japanese Mind. This book is actually from quite a while ago. Let me check when it was published. The copyright was 1983, and I don't necessarily know if this edition has been updated later. So I'm aware that, you know, there's going to be a lot of outdated stuff in here, but it's basically a book about Japanese culture. The back says, "This is the first book to explain the people, the life, and the culture of that fascinating nation," referring to Japan. So, you know, like I said, I'm well aware that there's plenty of things in here that are probably not going to be relevant, but I still was flipping through the book and kind of liked the tone of the author. It looks kind of fun, and, you know, I think there's some truths that probably will still ring true, and, you know, maybe I can go back and compare them later when I've done other research, or the next time that I actually get to visit Japan, with some of the notes that Robert Christopher does make in this book. So it should still be interesting. I also liked, it's kind of fun when you go to a used bookstore, there was a note from the original owner, and there's also like different lines that they underlined and stuff that they highlighted. I know that can be kind of distracting, but I also think it's kind of fun, just because you can see another person's point of view, what they thought was important, you know. Just adds a little bit more personalness to the book. So that's what I found. I would love in the comments below if you guys know any good sources online to get, you know, Japanese children books or magazines, things that would be good to practice with. That'd be great. I've been looking on eBay and your kind of traditional secondhand things, and a lot of it's expensive, and understandably, because it could be shipped from another country or it's something someone had imported in. You know, these were more reasonable because I got them from a used bookstore locally. So if you have any idea for resources, would love for you to put them in that comment section below. Thanks for sticking through this video. Hit subscribe. That's what I'm supposed to say now because we're getting near the end of the video, and, you know, it's just what you do. I have some other videos coming your way. I've got an Asian market haul with some food that I'm going to be trying with a special guest. And I have some other language topics to talk about carefully. So thanks for watching. Peace.